So, seventh day of Christmas, and I know I'm wearing the same clothes as the eighth day of Christmas. It's because I made the video on the same night. So, but the seventh day, I wanted to share something rather than kind of give you something that's a little different. But I really want to share 7 memories that I have with you or of you that were marked kind of special moments in our life or our relationship, or even funny moments, and kind of give you a little feedback on how I interpreted those moments or how I felt about them. I thought that would be kind of fun. Number 1 was the first time I met you, so obviously we've talked about this so many times. I think it's hilarious. I think it's fun to document it, though, because the first time that we met each other was the worst possible way of meeting each other. I know I was having a terrible day. You obviously know why. We don't have to tell anyone else why. But I was having a terrible day, so you thought I was like a pissed off, mean guy who didn't care about the world. And you came up and introduced yourself, and you were so bubbly and hyper and loud and high-pitched. And I thought you were just some really ditzy chick that, jumped around a lot and screamed and yelled, and I was really annoyed. So that went well. That was the best first meeting two lovers could ever have. That was funny, though. I think it's a really funny way that we started our relationship off, or our friendship. The second memory was the first full day that we had together up at U of M, and we went to the ARB, the little park by my dorm. That was when I really started to know that I was developing feelings for you. I really loved the whole day that we spent together. I was supposed to be studying for finals that day, and I remember you took me away from my Spanish final, but that's cool. I still did well on it. But we spent the whole day. We talked. We ate Subway together. We talked for hours, went to the ARM, just laid in the sun and had awesome conversations about one another, got to know each other, and just really spent serious time together. And I think that was really a special moment for us. You loved the park, but I loved the fact that we could spend so much time together and just talk about really interesting, deep conversations and have a good time. The third memory was when we went up to State that one time. We were napping on Nicole's bed, and we were obviously on opposite sides because we weren't like that yet. So I just remember that was just such an interesting feeling for me. It was such a special feeling. Just being close to you, even if it was barely even touching at that point, it was exciting for me because I just loved having you close. I just loved you being near me and just doing something as simple as taking a nap on a bed on opposite ends. That was just special. I don't even know why. I can't even explain it, but it was just the idea of you being close to me. I really loved. The fourth memory was, you remember the time where we had the Christmas party, obviously, December 23rd, I think it was, when we really started to get to know each other and spend time. We made brownies for that Christmas party, and the next day was my fourth memory because you called me up, or we were talking, and you were like, hey, am I going to get some of those brownies that we made because I didn't get to take any home? And I really used that opportunity to drive to your house and drop off some brownies, go through all that just because I wanted to see you again and just wanted an excuse to talk to you and to drop by as if I needed an excuse. But I was really infatuated with you, and I liked the idea of talking to you more, so I dropped off some brownies so I could make an excuse to come see you. The fifth memory was the prank that we played on Nicole and Anthony, and they will never, ever repay us for that, because even though they said they would, and we both know that, they know that. But when we pretended like we were in a relationship and told them we had just started dating, and they were flipping out because they never thought that would happen. Or they thought it would happen, but they were so excited, and then we told them we weren't, and they felt like idiots, and it was great. But it was funny because it was so awkward, just even putting my arm around you at that point in our relationship and our friendship. And it was so awkward, but at the same time, it kind of sparked some questions in my head. I was like, wait a minute, like, could this actually happen? And I started to develop some feelings. So it was an interesting night. It was a funny night, though. And they'll never get us back for that. The sixth memory was our prayer night at Nicole's house. That was early on in the same time frame when we were in the Christmas break for our freshman year. Yeah, freshman year. And we had prayer night at Nicole's, and I saw you go in. I saw you speaking in tongues. I saw you just leading the prayer and doing your own thing and just really connecting, communing with God. And that was the first time that I was like, wow, this girl is kind of attractive because of her passion and her desire for God and just her purity and everything. I was very attracted, and that was a huge turn on, if you will, not physically obviously, but that was a great time. That prayer night was really special for me. You got to see what your real character was. And the seventh memory, I don't know why I put this as one of the seven, but it was the night that we always talk about. We watched Twilight, and Shannon was there, and that was, I can honestly say, that was the first time that I was jealous of you, for you, or whatever the term is. When I knew that Shannon really liked you, and he was trying to spit game as poorly as it came out, and as sorry as he was, I'm just kidding, he wasn't that bad, but I still felt some sort of jealousy, and I still felt like I wanted you to be with me. I still cared about you, and that was the first time that jealousy really kind of, hit me. It wasn't a good feeling because I was starting to feel vulnerable, and I was like, no, I can't be vulnerable. I'm Brian, and I'm cool. But yeah, that was interesting, and that was the time when I whispered. Obviously, you know this, but I whispered, "I love you" or something like that in the middle of the movie, and I think your heart melted, but you claim otherwise. But anyways, those are 7 memories. Going down memory lane, reminiscing a little bit. We do that all the time anyway, but I thought it was fun to share that and kind of document it, at least a part of these gifts, something that you could just watch and look at later on. But that's day 7. Day 6 is tomorrow, so I'll see you tomorrow. Love you.